Okay, Andy Graham, I'm going to show you a very large water collection point in Dapong, and you'll see on top of it, it's, NGOs are not working alone. They're usually working like USAID in conjunction with World Vision. They work together, Care International, and you'll see them all teamed together. Basically, the NGO is funded by a governmental organization. Okay, but what I'm showing you right now is I'm going to show you two different videos. One is where they've taken and made a very, very large thing that seems to be 10 times more than needed, and then I'm going to show you in Kara where they got the simple one, which is all over West Africa, the simple one, and I don't know why they suddenly made this huge thing. It just but you got to understand, it's easy to spend money on water or sanitation or orphans or all these issues because they're easily identified as something that people can do. But I call it a kind of an NGO boondoggle. Bureaucracy growing, and it's almost like they have no place to spend the money because nobody really wants to share. And all they got to do to show any kind of viability is spend the money, right? This is a simple made in Africa. They got a rebar here with another piece of rebar. I don't know, they've got tubes. Close it shut. This is actually a spigot for water, and they put this little thing on there to stop people from coming up and getting water for free. It's a little strange because, of course, maybe this one's open. No, it's not working. This one has a thing, but it's no lock on it. Oh well. So that's how they sell water, and they put these locks on there. Then somebody comes and sells it for like 20 cents a thing. I'm for the life of me, I've watched these all over Africa. You have two different kinds. You have just the pump kind, and then you have the the gravity flow, what do you call it, thing. But here in Dapong, somebody's really, I think they got mission creep. I really don't understand, because these are all over the city, and they're very expensive, and they're located just about the same as Kara, but Kara just has the pump coming up, maybe a little tin roof thing so somebody can sit in the shade, and then somebody sits there and monitors the water. And what happens is, see this tube up here, they come over here underneath it, they stand, and they fill up their water. So they stand underneath this thing and fill up their water, or they could fill up more awkwardly this way. But this is a very expensive thing, and then now they got a lock on the door. I don't understand why they need all this stuff to sell water, because it just seems to be mission creep. Like somehow, like up here it shows it's Care International. They got different names on this, CESAP something. I think there's a whole bunch of organizations taking credit for this thing. Sometimes I just don't think they know what to do with the money, because they get so much money and they got to give something. I mean, giving pure water is like what would you call it? It's hard to debate or fight with this, because when you're doing, you're like talking about the God, right? Everybody needs clean water and they need to drink it. But the truth is, they've just increased the bureaucracy and the cost. And this cost would pay to run lines further out into areas where there is no water, and even to monitor the wells, because a lot of people still have wells and they use that water. But these are all over Dapong. It's the only place I've ever seen this sophisticated thing, and I don't for the life of me understand why they need it. But maybe there's something I don't know, of course. Okay, Andy Graham in Dapong, Togo, West Africa, trying to explain to you water collection. Really, this is like a Mercedes-Benz of water collection, and I'm not sure why they need it. I mean, in a place, I just don't make any sense to me at all. I mean, they're making bureaucracy for the sake of spending money. When there's so many other issues, like just so many issues that you could easily spend money on that are, need government type money, right? like a road, right? Like picking up all this trash, right? Getting it out of the river over here. A whole million things. But instead they spend it on a limousine type water thing. It's just amazing to me sometimes. But the water here is really good. The water in most of West Africa is, I would say, drinkable from this type of thing. I mean, it's not when they give it from a well. You have to be real careful because they'll try to serve up the well water, right? But you know, I don't have any problem drinking this stuff because who knows the water? I mean, there's no water testing. Everybody says water's bad, the water's good, but nobody tests it, right? It's really a pig. You know, you're really just difficult to test, right? I mean, everybody tells you something and it's just gossip upon gossip upon gossip. But the locals drink this every day of the week. And then supposedly I can't. I do. I drink it every day of the week. I don't really care anymore. This is a water pickup station, the same as the one in Dapong, but it's just a simple one and they put a lock on the handle. I have no idea why they have all that mechanism. They're all over Cairo like this, all over Africa like this. And then suddenly in one city they got this huge system. This girl is going to carry the thing back to her house. Here's another collection point in Kara, and as you can see, it's just a very simple device. And what it looks like is the other one's turning into a boondoggle.